What's up, y'all? Ron Kwok here, and today we're covering 7 more tips you can apply to your everyday carry right now to improve your daily kit and to make your lives more efficient. Let's get into it. First things first is to find your purpose. Figure out what it is you need to get done on a daily basis and start thinking about tools you might need to accomplish those goals. Now, a great way to do that is to create a mind map. Basically, you take a pen and pad and start jotting everything down. Start thinking about the tasks that you might need to get done. Do you need to take pictures? Do you need to render out some video on the go? Or are you just going through your email and calendar? Then think about the types of tools you might need to get that done. Will you need a laptop? Will you need an SSD hard drive? Do you need just the essentials like your keys, your wallet, your phone? You can also start thinking about pain points that you encounter on your daily routine. Maybe you find that your wallet is a little too bulky and it's giving you a little pain when you sit down. Maybe it's time to declutter and get a more minimal wallet to better suit your needs. More on that later. So long story short, everything goes on that piece of paper and you can begin to see right away things you need and things you don't. Trust me, with this one tip, your EDC kit will be cleaner, more efficient, and your wallet will thank you. Most likely, trust me. Next. Tip number 2 is to clean house. Go through your gear and take away anything that you don't use on the regular. For example, take your keys. Go through your keys and look for keys that you don't use anymore or don't use as often. You could remove that from your daily stack and put it in a drawer or something. That way, when you do need it, you know exactly where it is. And when you aren't using it, you're not lugging everything around. You just keep your essential keys with you in your pocket. Same thing goes for your wallet, your pack. Go through, declutter, take things out that you don't need. That way you'll be able to reduce the overall weight of your kit. And on top of that, things will get much more efficient. You won't have to rife through as many receipts or cards or keys, and you'll be able to get to your essential carry much more quickly and efficiently. Next. Now, in the last 7 tips video that I released, I talked about cleaning and maintaining your gear. Now, while that's still super important and I urge each and every one of you to continue to do so with your EDC kits, I want to take that a step further and talk about sanitizing your gear. Especially in this year with coronavirus making its debut on the global stage, we gotta take care of each other, you know what I mean? And what better way to do that than to sanitize the surfaces that we touch most often, aka our daily gear, our daily kit. Now, how I do that is whenever I come home, I lay out all the things that I recently used, like my phone, my wallet, and maybe my top 2 credit cards that I normally use, pull out at the gas station, so on and so forth, and I'll spray them down with some alcohol antiseptic spray. It's a sanitizing spray and it's from Chemical Guys. I'll go ahead and link that in the description below. Take a look to see if that applies to you and suits your needs. Otherwise, if you decide to sanitize your stuff in some other way, just make sure that it has a 70% alcohol factor or more. That's what the CDC recommends as the minimum alcohol content to effectively kill COVID bacteria and other germs. That way you can make sure that every piece in your kit is nice and sanitized and you're not inadvertently risking yourself or others during this crazy pandemic. Before we move on to the 4th tip, I just want to take a minute and thank you. You watching this video right now, thank you. We just broke 1,000 subscribers and that's insane. Like, when I started doing this back in July, that was only 5 months ago. And I went from 52 subscribers to 1,000. Right now we're at 1,037 of you guys. And that's more than double my senior graduating class in high school, which is absolutely bonkers. Like, I love that we've been able to kind of collect a huge EDC community that's all passionate about everyday carry and just being prepared for daily life. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, but you genuinely enjoy the content we're putting out about everyday carry, consider subscribing. You'd be joining a 1,000 member strong community that's tightly knit, passionate about EDC, and always bouncing ideas off of one another. I know I've learned a ton from y'all. I've incorporated some of these tips into my own daily kit. So, moving on. Tip number 4 is to minimize your wallet. Your wallet is an important part of your EDC and it's going to be on you no matter where you go in the field. And especially this year, I've noticed that with COVID, I've been going out less and less. And even when I do, it's for quick activities like going to the store or to the bank. The main reason why you might want to minimize your wallet is not because of the weight reduction, because at the end of the day, it's just paper and plastic, right? It's because of the organization. Your efficiency is going to skyrocket because you're not rifling through a bunch of bills, a bunch of receipts, a bunch of cards. You'll have exactly what you need and use most frequently right there in front of you. Easy pickings, real fast. And that's how we like it on this channel. Living with purpose, efficiency is maxed out, you do exactly what you need to do, get in, get out. Next, when you're out in the field, your EDC is on your person, whether that's in a daily bag, in a sling, or in your pockets. Now what happens when you're home? Where does your EDC live? Tip number 5 is to organize your drop point. Have a spot in your house, usually near the front door, where you can come home, drop off all your EDC goods, and be rest assured that all the things you need will be in one spot the next time you decide to leave the house. Now I went with this leather valet tray. I've got all my EDC goods organized in one place, and the materials are soft so it doesn't scratch up my kit. Now you don't have to purchase a dedicated valet tray to pull this off. You can easily use a plastic Tupperware or something along those lines. Just place it in a dedicated spot and make sure you start building the habit of placing your EDC goods in there every time you come home. The other thing you want to make sure you do is dedicate that spot to your EDC. Don't put anything else in there. That way you make a strong association between that spot and your daily carry. Strong purpose creates a strong habit. Next, tip number 6 is to consider incorporating an EDC sling into the mix. Now, COVID has been a recurring theme on this video because, well, we gotta live with purpose and we have to purposefully plan. Say that 5 times fast. We have to purposefully plan our kits around this crazy pandemic. Now, I don't go out often, but when I do, I'm usually not dressed to the nines. I'm pretty casual. I've got comfortable joggers, this dope Cuts hoodie, and a face mask, and I'm out of here. So, especially with athletic bottoms, I've noticed that the pockets are suboptimal. A lot of times when I get into the car and sit down, as soon as I do so, the smooth material that the joggers, that the pants and the shorts are made out of causes the EDC to just slide out of there. Next thing you know, you're cursing the shit out of your car and you're trying to figure out why the cracks between the seats don't fit your hand when you're trying to reach in there and fish your phone out of the crack. It sucks, believe me, I've been through it way too many times. So in these situations, it's easy to just have all of your EDC in a sling, slap it on, click it shut, and head out. On top of that, to bounce back to tip 5 for a bit, if you use your EDC sling on the regular, that could even be your drop point. Maybe you hang it on a coat rack or whatever as you enter the house, and that's your drop point. Let me show you the one I got. This is the Moment Fanny Sling. They recently redesigned this one and I just dropped a video breaking it down, my first impressions, what I think about the bag in this video right here. It's a simple solution to have everything in one place without having to fumble around in your pockets, so definitely consider a sling. Now, the final tip I have for you, the 7th tip of the day, is to stay hungry. Always be learning. Now, in the context of everyday carry, it's this. Always be learning new things about your gear, whether it's creative new ways to use them, clean them, or maintain them. Take my knife, for example. When you first buy it, it's nice and sharp, cuts through everything like butter. But after using it for several months on the daily, you might find that the blade is starting to dull. So you're gonna have to learn how to sharpen it. You might have to learn about what kind of tools you might need to sharpen it, what kind of whetstones, what kind of sharpeners they have out there. And also you gotta figure out what the technique is to sharpen that blade. On top of that, you gotta look at the steel that blade is made out of. Is it a hard steel, a soft steel? How will it react when you sharpen it a certain way with a certain whetstone? And it goes on and on. So you can already see the importance of always expanding your skills with that certain knife or with that certain tool in your kit to make sure you have all your bases covered. Like we said before, you gotta take care of your kit because it takes care of you on a daily basis. Bottom line is, the more you know about your gear, the more effective you'll be at curating a custom tailored kit to whatever daily challenges face you out there in the field. And I can't think of a better way to live with purpose than to be dialed in with the gear that I have. With that, we are done with 7 more tips to improve your daily carry right now, to make sure that your daily kit is dialed in for whatever life will throw at you. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this one and found something useful out of it. If you did, make sure to let me know by smashing that like button and letting me know in the comments below how you would improve your everyday carry today. If this video didn't scratch your EDC itch and you want to check out some bomb photography of all the gear that I cover in this video and on this channel, go ahead and follow my Instagram at livewithpurposeedc. There's always some slick visuals, and from time to time I leave sneak peeks on upcoming videos. So if you want to stay up to date with everything going on this channel, make sure you follow that Instagram account. Until next time, stay safe, live with purpose, peace.